Hey, welcome back to Creatives in the Spotlight. I'm the show's host and commentator, Paul Hurley. Today I've got Trey Daughtrey here. Now, Trey, you were kind of really dabbling in the film industry quite a bit. You've writer, actor, director. What else have you got going on? You've done some special effects and editing.
Some special effects, editor, from producing, assistant director.
All right.
A little bit of everything. Crates, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I've PA'd myself, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever it takes to get the job done.
Indeed. And I can't say enough about it. First of all, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you. When I decided to come up with the idea for the show, I just really wanted to feature talent in this area because there's so much talent in this area that so many people are just unaware.
Right.
And they want to break into the film industry and they don't know how.
Right.
And getting behind the scenes, kind of telling our story of, I just was at the right place, right time, or, I decided to go to school for it and chase it, whatever the case may be.
Right.
This gives our audience a little bit of a chance to, say, hey, they're living the dream that I want to live.
Right.
How did they do it?
Right. Right.
Just kind of, hey, this is what works. Or at least it has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chase your dreams because, you never know. You just might be living it.
Right. Yeah. I can't say enough. I can't agree with you enough on that. Yeah. That's how it is. I absolutely love filmmaking, man. It's, it's like, if you have a choice of what do you want to be doing on your last day, this would probably be it, man.
I want to be on set.
Yeah.
Doing whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah. I
want to be on set.
Yeah. It's just that magical to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now you've got also a military background.
Yeah. Started in Marine Corps. Did 4 years there. Hoorah, Marine Corps, and switched over to the Army. I did like a year as a civilian, but then I went into the Army.
Okay.
Did the rest of my time up till 21 years in the Army. A lot of that served in 160th SOAR. Special Operations Aviation. Shout out to my brothers over there and sisters as well. I just loved it, man.
That's awesome. It's a camaraderie,
Yeah.
That feeling of belonging that you're all in a family, and you get that on set too.
Yeah, and that's I'm glad you brought that up, man. That's one of the reasons I love doing it. Yeah. It's one of the few places on planet Earth where you can be with a group of people, work towards a goal, and everybody is singularly focused. Yeah. It's such a sense of peace and belonging in that mindset, in that aspiration. It just it's just a calming thing, and I love it.
Well, it's that happiness that kind of just comes whenever you see all of these moving parts just fall into place to make something that you can go back and watch and be like, yeah, we did that. We made that happen.
Yeah. And you're with the right group of people, it turns into a fine-tuned engine, and it just runs like it's supposed to run. I'm fortunate to be a part of a group here in Charlotte called Genesis Creative Entertainment Group. We're a group of like-minded people that get together, make films, and give back to the community. We're a nonprofit, and we kind of work like a film guild. We got actors, directors, editors, that's all awesome. That inside of our organization, and we love bringing people on set, teaching while we make films. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to partner with the YMCA, and there's another organization called Center 360, just to get in and teach the youth after school programs, and hopefully we got some other opportunities come up to do the same thing with other organizations here. There's some, fine people like Tommy Nichols and Trey McGriff, who are leaders here who helped start our organization, help all of us meet so we could start our organization, and just been good friends to us. Trey McGriff, he has the animation festival here, all these people kind of behind the scenes that people don't know about, like you were saying, super talented people in Charlotte that are, helping so many of us find a way. And of course, Ty Durden and
Great guy.
Yeah, and other guys like him that are, leading the way here. Quentin Littlejohn, and there's just so many filmmakers here, and it's a surprise to me that that more people don't know about it.
Right.
And more people don't come here. You had the CFC, they go by another name now with Carolina Film.
Carolina Film Community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe they have.
I was actually a member of the CFC, and then it just, kind of dissolved because the lady that ran it stepped away.
Right.
And, I think they were trying to continue it and do something at the Independent.
Yeah, they do. They do meet up at the Independent every so often. I don't know the exact rotation, but I believe they go by another name now. So
okay,
and which makes me think of another creator, Andrew Smith, who's been doing a lot in the mental health film space. Well, he'll have these events where he'll do like a. So I had the pleasure of being with them on Father's Day. A bunch of fathers got out there, did a workout, and then after the workout and everybody's sweating and about to die, we went and go watch a film that I believe he had made, and then talked about the mental health implications of that, within the society of men. But
that's one subject that's really overlooked.
Yeah.
And definitely needs attention because you don't know what people are going through.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And if you can spend 5 minutes of your time, listening to somebody, because 9 times out of 10, that's all they really want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody to listen, to hear them, to, feel the same.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I get it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, man, that's why I've been so unbelievably blessed with the members of Genesis. I call my film family, because I've had my struggles, being in the military, being outside the military, needed counseling, and all that. And the film family is not just people I make films with. They're people that I talk to. Hey, I call, I'm not feeling well. Hey, let's just talk a little bit.
Right.
And outside of my military guys, one of the things they told us getting out the military, and sometimes I'm just hard-headed enough to listen, was find your tribe.
Yeah.
Find your community, because you're leaving this camaraderie behind, and you're not going to feel it, but you're used to it. It's in you. So find your tribe. Get involved in the community. Get involved in whether it's church, other clubs, and things of that nature. And just so happened, Tommy Nichols put on. He was doing something with a film collective. He put on a meetup. I just moved to Charlotte. I'd been to Charlotte maybe 3 or 4 months.
Really?
And he did a film meetup, and I happened to just scrolling, what they call it, death scrolling on Facebook.
Just scrolling and saw it one day.
Just happened to see it, and met up with a group there, and we were there for a little while, and then we went and formed Genesis, and that was right around COVID.
Yeah.
We literally shot a film, and like maybe a week later, COVID hit.
No.
Yeah.
That killed all the film industry everywhere for a while.
Right. And these are the people that I was on Zoom with, once a month, twice a month, whatever, editing, shooting films back across. And that's how the bond got so tight. And just filmmaking, can happen like that, and you never know. I'm sure you never know who you'll meet, right?
Right, right. You never know.
Yeah, somebody will be a PA today, and they'll be leading a production, in a year or two. So treat everybody with kindness.
It just really depends on how determined you are to get there.
Right.
Right. You can start off as a PA, you can start off as background, whatever, but as long as you've got the drive to do whatever it takes to get the project done.
Yes.
I was in a film that we've got coming out this August, and not only was I the assistant director, I was also one of the lead characters, and I PA'd as well. Yeah. And it was like, just, we got to get it done, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And it's really good to kind of jump between all that, because you've got so much respect for each position that it takes, to do that specific job, and how important that is for the outcome of the film.
Yeah. You know, that's one of the main things that I preach and I teach. You know, directors or you know, members of our team. Hey, you got in our organization, you got a chance to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And it's not till you do a little bit of everything, to your words, you have respect for every job. Because everybody kind of overlooks the sound guy.
Sound is very.
And so they're the ones that have to hold the boom. You know,
those are the guys that got arms like for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and when those arms starts getting tired, then they respect the gaffer or whoever can bring over a stand for them. It's like, oh, okay,
right?
Yeah, yeah, you gotta, you don't. If that's your main job, of course you want to be great at it. But if not, you need to have a general understanding of what everybody does on the set. It not only does it inform you, but it gives you respect for every job. And you know, it's sometimes when the pressure's on and you got to get this done and it's hot outside and it's uncomfortable,
or it's about to rain. We got 3 minutes before the next plane flies over.
Trying to get this done before sunset. You know, that experience doing everything will give you that respect that you need when tempers get hot and everything gets emotional.
Or me when I get hungry.
Oh, yeah, because
it's like I don't want to do anything as soon as my stomach goes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's all I can think about. You know, lines, forget it. Job, forget it. I gotta eat.
Listen, and I've been on both sides of that. I've been so fortunate to be on both sides of that because I've been a director that just wants to get this last take done, and then we can eat. But I've also been that AD that's like, hey, we
said we were going to take lunch at this time.
Yeah, and I got some good friends who've been to AD. Shout out to Rigo Nova, who was a great AD, very militant. I like it. And he's like, listen, we're shutting this down. We got to shut it down.
He's keeping you on schedule.
Yeah, he's keeping me on schedule, and he's reading everybody else's emotions. Shout out to Lisa Hanna. She's been a great AD for me as well. Those people who are able to see what I can't see, or hear the grumblings that I can't hear. So I've been fortunate. I've been really fortunate, really blessed to be able to work with some really good people.
That's awesome. You meet all types.
Yeah.
In this industry. So you got good, bad, questionable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of questionables out there.
Well, and I had a guy on the show a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, there's just so many weirdos in the creative industry. And I'm like, that's why it works.
No, that is why it works. And when I say questionables, I just mean like you never kind of know what somebody's angle is sometimes.
Right.
So
what their motives are.
Yeah, what their motives are. Yeah. And that's I'm a pretty straight shooter, and that sort of behavior is weird to me, but I've been forced to kind of learn that now, and be respectful that not everybody thinks the same. Like,
yeah, because it's easy to stereotype.
It is.
And that's one mold that I had to break myself, because it was like not everybody is the same. You can't judge a book by its cover or by a limited experience with it.
Right.
And sometimes first impressions are dead on, sometimes they're off.
Exactly. Yeah. You're right. And sometimes, the mathematics just doesn't add up. You're like,
that math don't be math in here. Something's wrong with this one.
Yeah. But it's like you said, man, it's been a real blessing to meet different types of people with different backgrounds, and be able to put out some good projects that are successful and going to be successful. I think I mentioned, so one of the things I'm working on right now is a film called Quiet Thorns in My Flesh. Quiet Thorns in My Flesh. And it's written by a lady named Liz G, executive produced by Minteka Brower, and directed by me. we're in the process of getting ready to push that one out.
Okay. Going straight to streaming?
So we're trying to figure that out right now. I want to go straight to streaming, but I think that it might have some life on the festival circuit.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be able to do both of them. And right now on YouTube, a project that I directed and co-wrote with my friend Bola, who's another brilliant filmmaker here in Charlotte. It's called Roommates.
Okay.
Roommates it's called Roommates, a chaos comedy.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds like a comedy.
yeah. Roommates, a chaos comedy. It's one of those great things that we had a lot of fun writing, and I tell you, it sort of writes itself. It's about a traditional African man from Nigeria being forced to live with a progressive African American woman, and they're forced to live together after her roommate suddenly moves out.
Oh.
And promises her she's going to find her roommate. And boy, does she. So,
well, they say opposites attract.
Yeah, so that was or they attack.
Right. It could go harmonious or explosive. The choice is yours.
Yeah. They definitely go at each other pretty good over the course of 5 episodes. We're about to put the 5th one out here in a couple of weeks, but there's 4 episodes now currently on YouTube, and you can get the package deal over on Vimeo OTT. So we got that one out, and
that one's called Roommates.
Yeah, Roommates, a chaos comedy.
Roommates, a chaos comedy. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. We put it on YouTube maybe 4 weeks ago, and got on the total page we got some little skits and other things there.
Okay.
Interviews, and it's got over 19,000 views now. So
nice.
It's been pretty successful. We're pretty proud of it. And then the other project that I had a chance to help produce is A Season for Love.
Okay.
It's written by Terrence McLeod. Written and directed by Terrence McLeod, and it is it's a love story in the same vein as some of the older '90s romantic comedy or romantic stories. It's not a comedy; it's more of a drama, like Love Jones and things of that nature.
Okay.
It's a couple. They meet. They kind of start dating. Life happens.
Yeah.
And they, they fall apart, get back together, and various things happen. And the crutch to this is she's a African American doctor doing a residency. He is a film director. So it was like in the film. Terrence, he kind of wrote it as an ode to Charlotte. If you will, because he talks about some of the older neighborhoods in Charlotte. It was a really good film. We had a good time shooting it, and it's out on all streaming services, Amazon. I think it'll be on Tubi later this year. But
that's A Season for Love.
A Season for Love.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out too.
And what's dope is not only is it out on all the streaming services like Fandango and Amazon and all those, but you can also order the DVD off of Amazon.
All right.
You can get that hard copy DVD, which you don't really see anymore.
Yeah, those are becoming scarce.
Yeah, I got mine in the mail, man, and I promise you, I was like a little kid. And then I realized I don't have anywhere to play this at.
Right. I've got a movie coming out August 12th, and it's going to be streaming, and we're having Blu-rays done.
Right.
Now I got to go buy a Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
And now they're like dirt cheap.
Right.
So I might buy 2 or 3 of them just in case one craps out. Just grab the other one.
Right. Yeah.
Technology is advanced so much. You just buy it and save it on your TV now.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Sometimes I have certain thoughts about that. Like, do you own anything anymore? Like, do you? And I asked my wife, and she didn't really know the answer. I was like, after if we get rid of, that streaming service, do we still have the movies that we bought?
Right.
I don't know. I'm afraid of the answer.
Yeah. If you cancel your subscription or whatever, you're going to lose all that. I get it. And that's the thing about tangible things. When you get a CD or a DVD or a Blu-ray, you've got hard proof. There it is.
Yeah.
Yep. You save it digitally, and I compare this a lot to like cryptocurrency. Some people are all about it, but if I can't put it in my wallet,
right,
to me it's just numbers.
Yeah.
I like to be able to have my money on me. So, any would-be thief, come on, bring it. But
right.
But in the same token, I've had money stolen online.
Yep.
I've had money, my cards be hit.
Yeah.
I was at a restaurant and went in. I had like $150 bill. Had for dinner, some drinks, had some friends, and I go to use my card and there's no money on it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I'd just been hit by some guy in California for like $450, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Called my bank. Of course, they tell me all this, and I'm like, well, I'm in North Carolina. How can I be in California 35 minutes ago and be on Lake Wiley right now with a card with no money?
Right. Yeah.
So luckily, they fixed it through the fraud department and all that other stuff. And I had cash on me to pay the tab, so I was like, thank God for cash. So, I'm very leery about digital stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's online. Everybody's online.
Yep.
Yeah, there's fail safes. There's, firewalls and all that. But somebody is going to get it.
I have a few really good friends that from the military who worked work really closely with computers and software and systems, and they believe if it's digital anyway, it can be hacked.
Oh yeah.
Someone just got to figure it out. It's going to take some time, maybe. But they're going to figure it out. I think that even some things that have been air gapped have been cracked, depending on how the system goes and all that. But yeah, I get it. That tangible copy of something is just, I don't know. Maybe it's retro, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, well, not only that, but you can show your friends.
Oh yeah,
check out this movie. Hey, let me go online here. And, let me hold on. I got it saved.
Yeah,
I bought a copy. It's right here somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, if you've got it, it's a lot like albums. Back in our generation, or definitely mine.
Yeah,
we had the big vinyl records. And we had collections of them, and now they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I just brought a bunch of. I just brought a vinyl player.
Okay.
A little while ago, and started buying albums, and they are expensive now. And then my wife's grandmother was getting rid of a bunch of her albums, or didn't want them or whatever. And I was like, I'll take those.
Hold up. I got a home for these.
Yeah, I will take those. Because like you said, it's just nothing like that tangible thing. I might go pick up some cassette tapes later.
Oh, wow. Wow. That reminds me of that meme you see online, and it's this dirty cassette tape, and it's the saying something or other. The kid found it in a creek, asked if it was from the Civil War. I'm like, what? Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Technology changes, man.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
But on that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to join you and wrap this up. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Are you looking for a private photography studio? Noda Art House has lights, sets, props, and an infinity wall, all under one roof at one low price. Book now for full access.
Hey, and we're back. Thanks for rejoining us. I am here still with Trey Daughtrey. Now, Trey, we were chatting a little bit on a break here about your experience as a writer and what makes a good story. So why don't you share with our viewers here a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, so, I love the idea of making a story and developing it and living with the characters. I think a lot of times people come up with ideas, and it's good if something's plot driven, It's more about what's happening than the individual characters. But I love character-driven stuff, and because it's some people call me crazy, but I've been fortunate enough to be around other really good writers who have shared that experience. It's like you live with these characters for a period of time before you ever write them down.
Yeah.
You kind of learn who they are. They their habits. You see them all the time. Sometimes it's like you're talking to yourself, and you're like, "No, I'm working out a scene."
Character developing. Leave me alone.
Yeah, and depending on what type of story you're telling, those can be good characters that are with you, bad characters, questionable characters. But the thing is, if you spend enough time with them, you don't judge them, right?
Right.
Because the thing that I love since I've been really developing stories and writing stories and helping other writers develop stories is the best bad guys don't know they're bad guys. They feel like they're doing the right thing, and it's all about perspective, and your relevantness, your viewpoint or your framing of the story about who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. And I love so I'll take Thanos for example, in Marvel. If you go back to the first movie, where Thanos, in the early he beat up the Hulk, like when this movie started. They did a wonderful thing there because that's actually Thanos, they gave the villain the hero arc.
Right.
All the goodies you would normally give to your heroes and, the cool superpowers make them stronger than everybody. They actually gave that to the villain in that case. And it made you really kind of look at the arc in storytelling, and what kind of matters in a story. And I think, there's a lot of really good storytellers that are out there now. And I think there's so much potential for other people to be better storytellers. But I think we just need to spend some more time with our characters and care more about them, and care about the audience. Like at the end of the day, it needs to have that wow factor, that enjoyment thing.
Well, characters make the film.
Right.
You have to, as you watch the film, you become engrossed in learning who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And, right off the bat, you can tell somebody that if they're a bad actor,
yeah,
they didn't do any character development research at all. Anytime I'm cast for something, I'm usually asking the director, well, all right, give me some examples.
Right.
Give me a couple of actors, a couple of films to watch, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And from those, I'll look at them and I'm like, oh, okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that,
Right.
I'll actually become that character.
Right.
And in some situations, it's okay. In others, it's not really okay because you get caught up in it.
Right.
Somebody can ask you a question at work and you're like, oh, wait, my bad. Wait a minute.
Right.
Change gears.
Yeah.
Let me go back to being me. But, a lot of people don't understand that really makes or breaks a film.
Yeah, it does. And to that point, one of the most critical characters in any film is actually the supporting characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
they build the main ones up.
They build the main ones up. And there are certain films and certain actors, like let's say Paul Giamatti, right? He's started in a lot of films, but he's been a supporting actor in a lot of films. And it's to the point where when I'm picking a film, I actually look at who the supporting actors are.
Yeah. I look at the entire cast.
Yeah.
I just scroll through and I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy in that. I've seen that girl in this,
Right.
And kind of determine from there whether or not I even want to watch it.
Because there are certain faces that you've just come, and I don't know all their names, so I won't even try, that you just like subconsciously kind of connect with success, with oh, this is going to be good. He's in it,
right?
She's in it. The same thing. So yeah, just the art of storytelling, I absolutely love. Just breaking, whether it's 3 acts, 4 acts, breaking that all the way down to the individual beats, and talking about the subtext. And like I tell my actors, whether the actors I'm training or whether I'm on set, listen, the most important thing in this will not be what you say. It's how you respond to what's being said.
Right.
Because that lets us know if you're listening.
And don't answer to react.
Yes.
Answer to comprehend.
Yes.
That's the main thing. Now, I've been in that situation. I've actually had somebody say that to me, like, don't respond, comprehend.
Yes.
You know, and the understanding what you're trying to explain to me is just, yeah, okay.
Right.
I'm going to change that, and then not really grasping what it is that they're trying to get you to change.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally agree with that.
So, and shout out to my wife, but I'll tell you, where marriage counseling has really, it was an exercise we did in marriage counseling that I'll never forget. It was the listen, receive exercise. Is when the person says something, and then you repeat back what they said. And that's all in that motion of getting you to slow down and, to your point, actually hear what they said.
And to understand it. Sometimes I have to repeat it so I can go, okay, where are you coming from with that?
Right.
How are you interpreting my actions?
Right.
To make you say that?
Yep.
What am I doing wrong?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I totally get that.
And that's where I get into to your point about, telling actors, hey, he walks in the room, he throws his stuff down, but what motivates you to get mad? Were you mad before he walks in? And what physical action did he do that makes
frame of mind was he in?
Exactly. And that should push that reaction out of you, and because, as you said,
that drive you.
Right. And as you said, as an editor, so as a director, I can see it, but if I miss it as a director, I'm definitely going to see it in the edit room. And a lot of times, sometimes actors are like, they're waiting for the film to come out and not knowing that me as an editor, I'm trying to save them, because when it comes across and it's not genuine, like the eyes do not lie.
No, they don't.
Your blink patterns do not lie.
Everything is judged.
Yes, everything. And when I'm trying to, this is for my editors out there, when I'm trying to cut on a blink, and you're blinking too fast for your emotional set, it shows.
Yeah.
Or if I want to come back to you, because you're not talking and you're somewhere off in La La Land, it shows. So I tell all actors, and I'll tell everyone, whether the camera's on you or not, be in the scene.
Yeah. Live the moment.
Live the moment. And whether maybe we're running a one camera setup, and you're just there to help the other actor, your real emotions in the moment will help that other actor give a better performance. So sometimes, actors, and it's not just actors, everyone wants to take that off. Well, the camera's over here, whatever. No, we need everybody locked in. And if the story, then this is where we spend a lot of time. Does the story hit those? Are we hitting the right beats?
Right.
In a conversation, are we hitting the right tone? Are we, do we have a true scene? Are we starting off from one emotion and ending at another emotion? And who the scene is about, right? So we get into that conversation. I always tell people, the scene, I don't care who's talking the most. The scene is about the character that takes the greatest emotional leap or takes the greatest emotional transition.
Right. From one emotion to another.
Exactly. Because, I'm saying, just because your character comes in and they're talking a lot and the camera, it doesn't really mean that the scene's about you.
Right.
Or about your character, rather. And those are the conversations that I love to dig into. Because with one of my students, he's a teen actor, and he's, one of the ways we start off our lesson is like, hey, what'd you do today? How'd your day at school go? We started talking about this, and what I'm trying to tell him is, you're running through scenes. I was like, so how'd you feel about this?
Yeah.
When it was over, how'd you feel about it? I was like, well, I kind of feel the same. That's not a scene. or at least you weren't the star of it.
Right.
Maybe somebody else was, but those are the talks and the intimate understandings of the film and the subtext that I love having. Like when that actor's not talking, what is he thinking about? What's the inner thoughts in this character had to get them to get to the next thing? And that's how you get that real dialogue, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes
That real emotion, the crying.
Right.
You know, there's a key thing that I can think of, and I just turn on the tears.
Yeah.
And I hate to do it because then my eyes swell and then I get the bags. But I use it. And there will be tools, there will be things that you go through in life that you can pull that experience up because it drives that emotion.
Right.
And then you use that for film. And then you're messed up for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, it's definitely something to think about, man. Because as actors get really locked in, sometimes with certain characters, it is something for them to think about. That mental. How do you bring yourself out of this character?
Right.
Now, you've been in this character, and whether it's good, happy, whether it's a happy character or a sad character or evil, whatever. You still got to know how to like really bring yourself out of that character when you're really locked in. And that's something, especially when it's a really emotional character I talk to actors about. But even when it's like a really joyous, chipper person, because as much as we want to be chipper all day, you can't go around just being chipper for no reason.
Right. Suspect.
Yeah.
Get that guy on meds.
Yeah, exactly. So I that part of the art form, I absolutely love digging into with my team, and we have hours and hours of conversations about characters and scenes. You know, however we're plotting it, like, you know, sometimes nothing happened in that scene, and you know, having to explain like, okay, we're not there yet because nothing happened. Nothing emotional happened. And it's all about driving those emotions. And one of the things, even to where you were saying about crying, like I tell actors that I forgot what the actual name is, but the replacement theory, right? So you're in a love scene with someone you don't know, and you're like, where do I pull from, right? Well, you've had someone you've been romantic with before.
Oh, yeah. And you just envision that person as being that person.
Exactly.
You're like, you're a stand-in, but
right, and work yourself through it, and those are things about the art form that I actually love. When I was down in, so I was in the military, like we said earlier, for a long time, and I was fortunate enough to be stationed down in Savannah, Georgia, which is where all this sort of kicked off for me. I was stationed down there in 3rd Battalion, 160th SOAR, and you know, on the weekends and stuff, I would just you know, go kind of get involved in the local film and theater scene down there. Got fortunate enough to have SCAD down there, Savannah College of Art and Design.
okay.
One of the biggest sort of art schools on the East Coast. And a lot of times they have seniors and stuff that are doing like theater projects or film projects, and they'll need extras or people to stand in or whatever. Right. So I was fortunate enough to do a number of those and get like a quasi education, and just learning my own stuff. I'm an avid book reader, and just learning the craft, nuts and bolts, and just sucking up everything I can. And that's the part of it. Story is the part of it that I just absolutely love. There's a guy named Robert McGee that wrote a book, and the name of the book is actually Story. And a friend told me about it. It was on Will Smith's reading list a long time ago. But in that book, he breaks down the architecture of story from the micro to from macro to micro, and just goes in and he uses a whole lot of old films to do it. Casablanca.
Oh, wow. That is an old one.
Yeah, and or it's Casablanca or something in China, Chinatown, or
Big Trouble in Little China.
So it's
what? That was a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
That's an American treasure.
Yeah, I actually met one of the guys from that film, the guy that did the lightning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but we met at another actor friend's house, and we were kicking around the idea of doing a ninja zombie thing, and it was kind of really funny. We sat there and chatted about it for a while. But great guy.
No, I love that, man.
Life of me, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna as soon as this is over, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
dude. So
Happens to me all the time.
I hate that. But yeah, that was a cool experience, meeting some people like that have been in some very well-known films.
Right.
But we are about out of time, honestly. And Trey, it has been an honor, and I look to see you on some big projects here soon. And hopefully you got room for somebody to come in and play an extra. Even just let me know.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to cover or say before we wrap it up?
No, I just want to shout out my entire Genesis Creative Entertainment family group. Family, Robert, Ife, Terrence, Lisa, Stephanie, Kevin, John. That's why I say don't start calling Albert.
In case I missed anybody, you guys do.
Yeah. See, that's why I said don't start calling names because you'll
be like, dadgummit, and then they're like, you forgot me.
Yeah, Z on makeup and I think I missed somebody. I'm sorry. Charging my head, not to my heart.
And most importantly, your significant other. Because in all honesty, if you don't have that kind of support at home, it's hard.
Yeah, shout out to my wife.
Relationships and marriage are hard enough, but when you introduce the film industry into it, whew.
Yeah, no, she's a blessing. She's the reason for the season, because she told me when I got out the military, she was like, go do what you want to do now, and she's been a backbone and quite honestly, most of my film toys she's purchased for me.
That's awesome.
She's a blessing that's just unbelievable.
Well, shout out to all the supporters, to all the creatives out there, because, we got to have supporting, not necessarily actors, but but support, in and out of the home, because, it's a tough world, it's a tough life, and it's a tough industry.
Yeah, it is.
But it's a fun one.
Yeah.
So, but again, Trey, it has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you again and seeing some more of your projects. I am going to go check out a couple of those that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And guys, we appreciate you joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe and check us out next week.